so, because we would have not taken the time to do what he has done. I call him the poet of health. I call him the guru of the microbiome, and he gonna be the doctor quite soon. So, with that being said, I am super proud to bring to the forefront King Clive Campbell out of Jamaica. Did you make it to the call?
Oh, hi, great. Thank you so much, Dr. Ruth and Lightborn. Very efficient and proficient as usual. Thank you. Thank Marva. Thank all our guests on the call. We are happy to have you. And yes, the song says, Stuck on You, Lionel Richie. I sort of know the song, but I didn't realize that it was accredited to the master himself, Lionel Richie. But Stuck on You, you have an idea what I think already. I want to get a feedback from anybody in terms of how this song helps you to identify with the microbiome. Does it? Since the mics are open, somebody care to comment? What does this song mean to you in relation to your microbiome? Anybody like to comment, please? Thank you. Nobody want to break the ice?
I don't know why not, King Clive.
Huh?
We're here every week. I don't know why anybody feeling shy. Come on. I'll give everybody a chance to speak, please. I'll talk about the whole show.
Yes, whether we like it or not, like birds of a feather, stamped to a letter, stuck on you. Oh my God. Microbiome.
This really, to me, really touches me in regards to the microbiome because, we're stuck, we have no choice. This is what God has given us, sadly, we didn't know before, all these years, and now that it's been spoken of and you are giving it away freely every week, more than once because of the radio shows and the different presentations, and this is amazing. That it is here. That's why I like when people like yourself speak about it, like you're asking now and asking, jump into the call because it's amazing. It's something that what is said here tonight, it might seem similar next week, but it's going to be different because there's more to learn and more to to receive for ourselves. So please say something. Don't let Dr. Campbell don't let him go. Go ahead and speak to him.
There's a song I remember, see? I don't know if Lou Roll did it or somebody else. It reminds us that we are all in this thing together. We got to work it out. We got to work it out. And it says something about not because like you're up there on the hill and I'm down there on the ground. Whatever affects me is affecting you directly or indirectly, whether you like it or not. So the story that the microbiome and us share the same space. We are in this thing together.
Yes.
And in a sense, the microbes can live without humans. What is interesting? Humans can't live without the microbes.
That's it.
If the microbes didn't have us to live on and live in, they would live on some plant, under some rock, or in some stream or something, or in the atmosphere. So they would have survived, and they have been here billions of years before we showed up. So they were already learning to survive and make a life.
I'm gonna check something here. I'm gonna because it says it's asking when I click on each person's name, it says ask to unmute. So I'm gonna check Mr. Hebert. Can you check and see if your mic is unmuted? It's not unmuted. I didn't do anything yet. If your mic can open, can you open your mic, Mr. Hebert?
What that's Hubert?
Yeah. Okay, so he's not opening. So
yes, I'm open.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks.
King Hubert.
While I'm open, may I just take a few moments to just say that yes, I am on my way.
Yes.
Not only to continue learning, but I'm on my way to continue sharing
Yes,
so
sir.
that more and
Mhm.
more people can become aware and
Mhm.
be blessed from this wonderful program.
Mhm.
Mhm. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else? Since the floor is open in this early session.
Sir Clark.
Sir, Sir Lewis, respect man, bless you. Yes.
Hey, what's up, man?
Respect man, thank you. Hi.
Hey, what's I'm here. You know, today I was listening to this guy, Alan Watt,
Yeah.
and I was speaking about the body and that we were divinely placed into this body. And you know, it came to mind that
Mhm.
I wonder if that this guy is saying that the microbiome is actually us into this body. You know, it might sound crazy, but it came across my mind how important the
Crazy.
microbiome is, and so you know, I just want to speak on that.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you for shining in like that. Bless you. All right. Anybody else?
This is not something we normally do, but today is Shirley Spencer's birthday. Happy birthday, Queen Shirley.
Oh,
Happy,
hi
happy,
Shirley. Happy
happy
birthday
birthday.
too. That's right. Yes. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. There is so much biological life around us. We are told that in terms of humans only represent 1 billionth of the life on the planet. 1 billion. Then it's 1,000, 1 million, 1 billion of the life on the planet. Yet we are accommodated. We are not crushed. We are not pushed around or pushed out. We are not rejected. Mother Nature accepts us. We, in our own headspace, think we are the significant, important center of biological life on the planet, yet we are just 1 billion. It's very humbling to know that the powers that be that checks these things out reminds us that we are only 1 billionth of the biological life on the planet, but such an important emphasis. According to Psalm 8, the psalmist asks the question, what is man? That thou art mindful of him, and the Son of Man that thou shouldest visitest him. What is man? You see, we tend to think that man is a one-part creature, but there are so many things that make it the man. If you ever hear those who are authority on the energy that makes up man, and those who can tell us about the microbial part of man, the physical, spiritual, emotional, psychological parts of man. So there are so many aspects to the human life. It's not easy, and it takes all of that to make humans function in the way that we function. At the center of it all. So there is a lot that God has invested in man, but we take it for granted so easily. And when you look at the journey it took from the sperm to get to the egg, for you to be a man or to be a woman, how much odds were stacked against you, because there were 500 million sperms released and you outswam them all to represent today. 400,000 eggs that your mom was born with became active when puberty started, and she only used a fraction of those eggs because it's one a month alternating between the fallopian tubes. But here we are, occupying a space in the winner's pavilion, asking millions of questions. Who am I? Why am I here? Where am I going? What is my purpose here? So many questions. And somebody said there are more questions than answers. And the more I find out, is the less I might know. It's interesting. But one thing we can tell you, as we focus on the microbiome may be the most sabotaged organ we have. Yet, it is definitely one of the most important organs that we have, but it is so sabotaged in terms of what the authorities have told us. And we ourselves sabotage it, We sabotage it because the very sight and the thought rather of microbes make our skin cringe. But if you look on that same skin, you can't see no human skin because it is all covered in microbes. If you had a microscope to look, you think you'd see human cells? You'd see microbial cells of all different sorts. And what will be surprising is that just as a fish is in the ocean and water is all around it, all inside of it, gills and everything, so microbes are all around us in our skin, inside our nostrils, inside our bodies, including our lungs, inside of our blood, inside every single organ. But yet, we are trying to sabotage it. What you don't know, you're abused because we did not know better. We did not do better. We followed persons who were blind, and the Bible says if the blind lead the blind, what up? Everybody gonna fall into a ditch. So the story of the microbiome is the story of the king that is treated as a vagabond. There's a song that talks about kings and vagabonds. I think it's more an English term. So the microbiome is a story of the king. We never know, say, microbes are king. And we treat them as vagabonds, as outcasts, as common criminals, as of no use, of no benefit, to be discarded as garbage. But science is telling us humans could only survive a couple of weeks, very weak, without the presence of microbes. And with microbes, we can live to be 100 plus. And because we have learned to destroy and damage our microbes, we have not lived very long lives. Is that true? That we have not lived 70, 80, 90, 100 plus because we have become very good at sterilizing ourselves, starving our microbes, sabotaging our microbes, making them unwell, making them microbiome sick, and thinking that we are doing good when we are doing harm. This is a wake-up call for us, because those things that are weak indeed are the things that make us strong and look good. And if humans look good, you know why? Because we are standing on the shoulders of the microbiome. The microbes support us in everything that we do, in all our walks of life, in all our drive, in all our ambition. Microbes get up with us every morning and they help us to clean our shoes, brush our teeth, do our hair, have a bath, shower. They help us to dress and get ready because they are the ones that give us the energy. You know that? You see, you were talking about microbiome and a similar word called mitochondria. You know what the mitochondria is? The mitochondria, according to Dr. Zach Bush, are bacteria living inside of the cell that make our energy. And we always know, that of all the organelles that live inside the organ, the cells rather. Because like in the body, we have organs, But the small parts that make up the cell, we call them organelles. They have the nucleus, the Golgi body, and the mitochondria, and there are so many parts to it. But the mitochondria that make our energy and store our energy like a battery is actually bacteria. And some cells have hundreds, if not thousands, of these energy producing bacteria inside of our cell. And the day we stop making energy is the day we die. So the mitochondria determine how long we live and the quality of life that we live. And they generate and produce our energy. So microbes being a part of man is a design by God. 6 pounds of them. For anybody that is new on the call, because we always have to bear that in mind. That is a journey and people are like a train. People are coming on and getting off the train at different stations. So somebody might have jumped on at a station and hear us talking about the microbiome for the first time. So the microbiome represents the microscopic organisms, those that you have to use a microscope in order to see. Things like bacteria, virus, fungi, things called protozoa, archaea, and even parasites. They comprise a massive part of the human body. And you are saying to yourself, them little thing there? Yes, them little thing they have become a big thing then. They have a big say, and they were able to keep it secret all this while. We did not know that microbes were even there, much less to understand the important role that they and that they perform. They are the ones that keeping us alive. And there's a song we just sing in Sunday school, "He's all over me and he's keeping me alive." That is the Lord. But in a sense, the microbiome is all over us, has kept us alive and is still keeping us alive. And they have nowhere going until we take our last breath. They kind of close our eyelids for us and let us die in dignity and even degrade the body for us. So these microbes are committed more than your best friend, more than the person you are married to. Because some persons are married to you, or some people are your friend, and we say for better or worse. As soon as the first curse, then gone. You're not sticking around for the worse. It's only the better part they want. And if better look like it getting sour, whoops, I'm out of here. So the truth be told is that if you ever wanted a trusted friend and ally, if you ever wanted a trusted partner, the microbiome, that unique part of you, which is you, and we always encourage you to own your microbiome. So we are encouraged to do that. Now, the truth be told is that what humans lack is compensated for in the microbiome. What we lack. Because we do not have all the genes necessary to keep us going. We as humans don't have all the genes necessary to digest our food. You know that? We never know. We think how we digest our food and make our own medicine. No, we don't make a bacteria make our medicine. They help us to make vitamin K2, the B vitamins, and they help us to break down minerals. So these microbes are critically important part of our lives. They maintain us. They make us look good. And we did not know that microbes play such an important part of our existence. So we are just discovering ourselves, so to speak, in the last 20 or 25 years. And many people have not yet heard this. We're still thinking of ourselves as human beings. wherein we are better designated as superhumans. We are not just only human beings. Being human and a human being are different things, because what makes us human ain't even human. So we have to give credit where credit is due. But we're just learning. So all along, we're trying to poison them, trying to mistreat them, sabotage them, starve them. Now, we have companies like Sankey Global with making a sake product. I said, no, man, don't kill them, feed them. Feed them. Yes, that's what Asaki is about. 50 years of scientific research. 400 scientists from Sankey Mayor, led by Dr. Bedi Eder, has found out that the secret to the health of their longest living Okinawans, which are the persons who occupy the island of Okinawa in Japan, that have as the most centenarians in any one place in the world, Okinawa, 20,000 centenarians. Imagine that. Those are people about 100 years old, of course. They discovered that the secret to long life, and we're not talking about only living long, because we have some people who live long in the Western world. And I don't want trying to trivialize it, and in case anybody may have certain apparatus to trouble them and make them feel uncomfortable. But a lot of people in the Western world have to have some bag to collect some body weight. They might have lost their mind in terms of dementia, lost their eyesight, lost their health long time ago. We can't walk. People have to lift them, change them, the diapers. But there are places in the world that living to be 90 and 100 is commonplace, while we live at 60 and many of us die. And Dr. Mark Iban said this generation may be the first generation not only to live as sick as their parents, but to die before their parents. Children and parents taking the same medication, mixed up the medication, and that make no sense. Come here, take the same blood pressure medication, so they make no sense that then take anyone. And same thing them take for the diabetes. I don't tell you it's curriculum, but I tell you, daughter take it, mother take it, son take it, father take it. Because first time people they make out of mahogany, children nowadays look like they make out of what? Baggers boat. They're not making so good again. We have become a weakened version of humans, according to Dr. Joel Foreman. So there's a lot of things going on, and we are just learning about ourselves. You would think that if we can send man go moon, go step on moon, if we can send things go Mars, go take picture, land on Mars, and looking beyond the stars, we would know about ourselves first. But guess what? We don't even know. Because look at it now, as far as I'm concerned, more microbes went to the moon than man, because it's 1/10 of the man that went to the moon, and 90% of that man was microbes. So it's mostly microbes went to the moon, and 1/10 of man. I think it's Neil Armstrong. Is it 1969? My fathers remind me about this. So we have missed it. We are just learning about us, because we never know that man is comprised of so many microbes. 10 trillion human cells, 100 trillion microbial cells, 22,500 human genes. Some people have it as 3 million microbial genes. Some say 9+ million microbial genes. So you have approximately 200 microbial genes for every human gene. So most of the functions going on inside of your body It's not human activity, it's microbial activity. So is this an important topic that every week we come here talking about it? Yes, because we talking about it for 2 years, but some people just jumping on to get information. They don't know, they didn't know. So we are here to help us to understand that you cannot keep on going down supermarket to go buy that thing in the can that spray and kill 99.9% germs. Because guess what? A lot of those germs make up our skin. A lot of those germs in our lungs. A lot of those germs in our brain. 40% of them is inside of our gut. We call them the gut microbiome. That's the name Joshua Lilleberg gave to them, the microbiome, that represent these genes and the cells that are non-human. So they are all over us and they are keeping us alive. We're talking about the microbiome and the role that they play in our existence. 1,000 microbes, rather 1,000 species of bacteria live on us and inside of us. And we weren't making accommodation for them when we were discussing the health of humans until Professor Julian Davies wrote to the Science magazine and said, you're not going to find the answers you're looking for, even though you have sequenced and mapped the genes of the human body. Be warned, you're not going to get the answers, and they were looking for it and they can't find it. So them says 22,005. Why they check it out? Them say, make we go check out the microbial genes. So then find out everything has shifted, the narrative has changed. We are superhuman, we are an ecosystem, because human cells alone cannot sail the ship. We don't have all the intelligence to run the body. As a matter of fact, the collection of microbes in the gut, the microbiome, is called the second brain, because one brain alone in our cranium is not enough to run the human. You didn't know? You say, Clive, what kind of thing you talk about on the people program? It's true, and I mean say so. If I me say so, then you could have ignored me. But this is the latest that medical science is saying. 2 brains. The brain in your gut weighs 3 pounds. The brain in your skull weighs 3 pounds. 100 billion neurons, 39 trillion microbes in the gut. And here's the thing science is realizing more and more. The brain depends on the gut for support. I wonder if I can say that again. The brain in the skull does not operate on its own. It is supported by the brain in your gut in terms of information and instruction about what is going on your body, around your body, on your body, and inside of your body, so it can command the body to make the right responses in terms of which hormones and chemicals to make to get the body to function. So the point I'm making is that the scientists from Sankey Global making Asaki is designed to feed the gut microbes so that they can be healthy, fit and strong. Now, I've heard about prebiotics and probiotics. Asaki is more a prebiotic. It feeds and nourishes the microbes in your gut. And you wonder if that makes sense. It makes a whole heap of sense. Because if the gut not good, the brain not good. I give you a quotation from Mr. Castorani. He was talking about the mind. But I'm going to ask you, even though you hear me say mind, I want you to hear me say microbiome. All right? The mind is a powerful force. It can enslave us or it can empower us. It can plunge us to the depth of misery or lift us to the heights of ecstasy. learn to use his power wisely. He said the mind. That's what the quotation said. But I look at it through the microbiome. Doesn't it sit quite fitting for the microbiome to say the microbiome is a powerful force? It can enslave us or it can empower us. It can plunge us to the depth of misery or lift us to the heights of ecstasy. Learn how to use its power wisely. Many of us have not learned how to use the power of the microbiome wisely because we don't even know and did not even know that we have a microbiome in the first place to begin with. So we are just basic school, kindergarten, learning about the microbiome because all along we did not know that we had such enormity of microbial activity going on around us and inside of us and on us to make us function the way we function. We are at basic school and kindergarten. I've always had a problem with them teaching us about a diggle, diggle, and the cat and the figure and how the cow jump over the moon. Take that time to teach our children about lactobacillus, bifidobacterium, the most dominant types of bacteria that lives inside of our gut. Break it down, give them, make nursery rhymes out of them that they can learn that. Because we did not know that we have these microbes. Many of us have lived a less quality life than we could have lived. You see, since me find out, say Clive have microbiome, is a different life me have. Because now me know, I don't only have 100 billion neurons. Although I know that each neuron has the capacity and immensity to handle every telecommunication system in the world. But if you ever know how many different types of chemical activity goes on every nanosecond in the body to keep you alive, the brain alone couldn't manage. Bacteria have to chip in and give us their input to make all the chemicals, because nothing makes chemicals as well as bacteria does. They are small chemical factories. And that is why we don't need any intervention from outside with chemicals, because your body makes enough chemicals to function. In the microbiome, it's your internal pharmacy. So when you introduce chemicals from outside, you disturb the ecosystem on your inside, create imbalance, and they call it gut dysbiosis, gut imbalance. Talk about homeostasis. There is none, because we have exposed ourselves to tens and thousands of chemicals, as if we need any more chemicals. The bacteria is more than qualified to make all the chemicals your body needs in order to function. Many of the drugs that we take are what? Chemicals. A lot of the food you're eating have some bad chemicals that cause disturbance and damage your microbiome and kill off some of the microbes. And you don't want to get started about glyphosate, the greatest inhumanity to man is the use of 4 billion pounds, yes. 4 billion pounds of glyphosate is made every year and is affecting our crops. When glyphosate come in contact with the epithelial layer that protect the content of your gut from getting into your body, glyphosate damages it and cause holes, making zonulin that creates hole inside of your gut, and the gut content leak into your blood into your body and cause chronic inflammation. Glyphosate. Thanks, leaky gut, increased intestinal permeability, endotoxemia. Because when those bacteria, when they die off and they go inside of you and release these endotoxins, you're sick like a dog. And it damages every organ in the body. Damage the part of your brain that's supposed to control your pancreas, and your pancreas malfunction. That is why so many people have diabetes. Glyphosate damage the soil, kill off most of the microbes and the bacteria that are supposed to help the plant to make certain type of amino acid. Many of those bacteria die off, and many of the plants no longer have certain type of amino acid. That is why we are malnourished, because the food don't have the amino acid in it, because the glyphosate kill off the bacteria and the microbes in the soil. Glyphosate. And I'm learning that Monsanto is selling the same company that makes Roundup, glyphosate, selling for $60 billion with all the seeds and everything that they control. Somebody's wondering what is cooking. And you know who buy it out? A company by the name of Bayer. Bayer is a pharmaceutical company. And when you have your pharmaceutical company in charge of your food, dog, yam your supper, rat eat your breakfast, and watch the mangoes gone with the dinner. You see the problem we're in? The Bible said the heart of man is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. A man will sell it for not even $1 million, he sell it for $1,000. And not about US, even Jamaican, a man will sell you out. I don't like what is going on. And there need to be some activity from the grassroots opposing these things. So not everything you eat is good for you. Because when they spray the food with glyphosate and you consume glyphosate, glyphosate is damaging you. And then wicked, me tell you how wicked them be. Oh, glyphosate does not affect human beings. Because how glyphosate works, it prevents the shikimate pathway in the plant from producing certain protein. Because humans don't have a shikimate pathway, humans are not affected by glyphosate. But here we're going to know. We are 90% microbial, and bacteria have a shikimate pathway. So when you destroy our support system, what now have you done to humans? You think them smart? Then things of the older way are big head body, you know. Them say humans don't have a shikimate pathway. So humans are not expected to be affected by the small particles of chemicals from glyphosate. But glyphosate kill off the microbes in the body and impairs you and damage your gut, leaky gut, cause chronic inflammation, sets the immune system in a tizzy, autoimmune diseases and inflammation, chronic inflammation. And 90% of people on the planet die from a chronic inflammation. Call them diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, fibroids, fibromyalgia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, schizophrenia, MS, autism, anxiety, depression, stress, sadness, neurological and non-neurological disorders. And a leaky gut means a leaky brain. Content of the blood leaking into the brain because the gut has become leaky. Ladies and gentlemen, story is not short. We have a mission and a mandate. Your doctor is not going to say some of the things we say on this call. because everybody trying to protect something. And you're a doctor, not going to get this information full 100 for the next 15 to 20 years. But when a man have a damaged gut right now and is causing and driving his cancer, when a man have a leaky gut right now and is a source of his misery, who can wait 15 and 20 years for your doctor to get it, to then tell you? We are here telling you in advance that this is what is happening so you can do what you need to do. We have to take these supplements. We have to take the supplements. And yeah, Lisa is bringing up the supplement. Thank you, Lisa. We have to take the supplements because supplements represent the nutrients our body need in order for the body to function. We have to supplement. The real nutrients that are in this food to nourish your body properly are found in these supplements that Sankey Global has. Asaki, Belage, Inner 7, and Cronio Fire. See them there? The Fantastic Four. These products, ladies and gentlemen, are helping persons to reverse, recover, and restore. What is the condition of your health right now? Do you have a loved one? Do you have a friend? Do you have a family member? Do you have a neighbor? Do you have a church person who has small gripe and flux to complain? Sickness in their body? Have more conditions than the law allow? 20 years ago, they started with one medication for diabetes. Then doctor said, oh, hold on there. Look like you have high blood pressure too, you know. Then the same person, doctor said, well, yeah, it's arthritis. The pain in your knee is arthritis. And the eye doctor said it's cataract. For some, it's glaucoma. Some persons have swelling in the ankles. When they press the finger in the lower part of the leg, it sinks in and take a long time to come out. So the first person, that person rather who started with one medication, they're on 2, then 4 medications, then 6 medications. Because after 5 years, the person said, doctor, I don't like how I feel, you know, doctor said, make me do some tests. Lord have mercy. Doctor said, the liver, man, the liver gone bad. Take them 2 medications for the liver. Then 10 medication turn 12. The kidney, them, oh Lord. So yes. 2 more medication here for the kidney them now. Then circulation, blockage into the artery. So hold on, the man, we have something for that too, you know. By the time you're done, you know, man, we have heard of people and they're on 22, some of them on 32 different medication every day. But I've heard stories of people on 15, 20, 30 medication and eventually was weaned from them because somebody told them about Sankey. And of course, we'll admit that there are other nutrition systems in the planet. And them say, make me try it. Or them just change them diet. Cut off the ultra refined processed food. Cut off the whole heap of meat. Cut off the whole heap of milk and them thing there. Cut off of soda. Cut off the alcohol. Come off of the cigarette smoking, etc. And the bad food. And their life begin to turn around. Am I making sense?
Yes, you are.
So this is what is happening. So persons who have been on 20, 30 medication between Sankey and some other system and proper eating, those persons are enjoying a better quality health today. Because I can say to you, I am enjoying a better quality of health at 61 than I enjoyed at 41. 20 years later, no pain. My eyesight is better. The ringing in my ears, gone. The foot problem that I had is gone. The problem I had in my knee when I walk up the stairs or the incline, that's gone. We're talking about information and supplementation. Sometimes when you're sick, you don't need no medication. What you need is education. There's something you don't know. And many of us, not only you on this call talking about, but many family members, many friends, many neighbors, many people don't know that they have a microbiome that was given to them to take care of their health problem, that they can earn money, because poor people will be sick, because guess what? Poor people make poor choices. Lord have mercy. I get in problem with nobody yet. Poor people make poor choices because they have poor bank account. Many of them tell you, why, but I claim I know some enough for eat so and so, you know. I know some enough, but I don't have no money. And when them say, how much your supplement, I tell them say, Lord have mercy. Them have more sickness than them have money. And if you're getting sicker, then you are able to stay well. You know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. We have a story to tell to the nation. Asaki, that helped to feed the microbiome and restore them to proper health and function with 596 different metabolites. Oh, let me ask, is Dr. Denise on? Marva, you can tell me?
Yes, she is.
Oh, good. So I'll ask her to see when she can help me with what she can. But ladies and gentlemen, is this product here? Don't take it lightly. Anything that feeds your microbiome, anything that makes your microbiome healthy, don't play with it. If you poor and you can't afford to buy these products, last year, this time you were saying the same thing, and this year you're saying the same thing too. You can't afford it. Simple suggestion. 2 days every week. If you work, so between 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock, this is my microbiome time. I'm going to do a little extra chore, an extra work, sew some crocheting, sew some sheet, do some upholstering, do something, cut somebody lawn to make the money to take care of yourself. Because you can't tell me, you know, so the product too expensive. But what are you going to tell that person looking back at you in the mirror? So you're too dear for me. The same body that has kept you together from your born. Now you're 30, 40, 50, 60. You're going to look upon that same body in the mirror and say, boss, you know, somebody can't afford it though. That is why you're suffering so much. That is why you're maga down and a pop down. That is why you live on drugs so much. That is why you have a pending surgery. That is why you feel less than how you're supposed to feel. No. Don't say that to yourself. Please. I'm sorry if I say it the wrong way, but I don't mean it wrong. All I want to do, be creative. Find a way to find a way to find a way to take better care of yourself. You have to take better care of yourself. Yes, we know it's the vegetable dear, but you have to, where you going to eat then? Where you going to then? Eat poison? That's what processed foods are, you know. Slow poison. You want to be 100, you're 50 and you look like 80 already, because the organ them wear out. How you going to reach 100 with the organs that are exhausted? Lord have mercy, am I preaching tonight? I don't want to be preaching. But am I making sense? You say you want to live to be 90 and 100. You're 40 and the organ them look like 70 already. How you get to, if your organs are 30 years older than your age and your birth paper, how you going to make it to 100? That's why we're dead at 60 and 70. Because our 100 come. As far as the organs are concerned. I'm not going to behave, you know. Dr. Dennis, you want to help me with the Bellage?
Yes, guys, good night. Oh my gosh. You know, I'm hearing Master Clive talking tonight and actually hearing him pouring out his heart and soul. And this is what is happening. I mean, the Ballage, I've been meeting, I mean, people are really crying out to live. And what are we putting in our bodies is just deteriorating our system. I am I don't know, Master Clive, how else I could really, really, you know, pour my heart out to you when it comes to health, and people actually beg them to take something because we know what the system is going through. Our bodies are so degenerated that the mitochondria in itself is not able to even carry back the correct signals to the microbiome to even do something. So, folks, we have these powerful formulations in our hands, the Bellage, 100% natural, strengthens the immune system, it increases our energy production. You know, the antioxidants in our bodies helps to combat free radicals, and this is what this supplement has in it. Two major antioxidants found within the body. All right, it increases the major antioxidant, supports against oxidative stress. When the damaged cells, when the mitochondria is damaged, free radicals step in, meaning that the radicals damage the cells even more, improves metabolizing and energy levels. Those of us who have been on the Bellage realize that even in the energy level is up. Any immunity or anything that hits the system is what we give the Bellage to, so that the immune T cells, CD4 cells, all these immunoglobulin index cells, which helps the body to carry the correct signals. Folks, this is what we want, correcting the signals that's damaged in our bodies to do its work. It improves hydration at the cellular level. When we eat food for our cells. So when the cells absorb this energy and these nutrients, the body can displace it through the tissues and organs and in our system. So when there is a damaged liver cell, the body will repair the mitochondria signal there, and it will go to the liver and start the microbiome doing what it needs to do. All right. It balances the free radicals in the cells, reduces browning. That is the proteins and tissues that is found in excessive fat, basically around the tummy areas. And when that browning tissues, proteins start to develop, it means that your glucose levels are rising, different things are happening. So is able to break that down, helping at that metabolizing level. It decreases fats and sugars and improves blood circulation. Guys who are having issues, erectile dysfunction, all of these things, even women, low libido and all of that, it boosts the energy, working directly with the mitochondria, because it's blood flow that keeps that organ up and running and breaking down all sorts of fatty lipids within these glands within our body. So folks, we have the right source of energy and the right source of nutrition and nutrients to feed our microbiome. Back over to you, Master Clive.
Okay. Now, do you want to go into the inner seven and then I take the quantifier, please?
All right.
Doctor.
Sure. No problem. Yes, well, the inner seven, my baby. I know I didn't do too much justice as Dr. Rutan. The Bellage is her baby, but inner seven, again, 60 plus minerals in this small packet and this small formulation. Folks, magnesium, sodium, potassium, copper, selenium, and all of these silent micro minerals is very important for cellular life. Without them, our cells cannot perform and do its duty. What minerals does is basically the building blocks of all life cells, the life in each cell. It helps to absorb, the body to be able to absorb the nutrients and displace it within the system, so that the body can work it effectively through the lymphatic system, which feeds the life in the body and the organs in the body. So it improves a natural defense mechanism, contributes to proper pH balance to the body. It stimulates relaxation and revitalization, as it says, improves intestinal flow. When you're on these products, you will find yourself drinking more water, because many of us do not drink water. So our body gets stagnated, stagnant toxins start to build up in the system. So it actually forces us to drink water. We know magnesium is the most second abundant element in our human cell. All right, it has a constant supply to allow our bodies to function properly. It's actually called the spark of life. So if magnesium is low, potassium is low, and all these great minerals, you find yourself having issues with the endocrine system. Thyroids are not functioning as it should. Potassium levels drop low. You might find your T cells not producing, and so forth. So it is important that we get on within our body. Back over to you, Sir Clive.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. So we talk about the Conway fire. Ladies and gentlemen, restore and protect. Green tea polyphenols. Those polyphenols are not broken down by human activity. The microbes have to break them down through fermentation. Auxiliary night reset, perfected with black bean, olive, rosemary, and green tea. Mother Nature, Father Science, married together to give us 100% natural Conway fire. This, ladies and gentlemen, reduces carbohydrates and sugar absorption. This means that this is good for persons who have sugar problem. We call those diabetics. Are you challenged? Do you know someone that is challenged and finds it difficult to balance their glucose levels? They have been fighting for 15, 20 years, and them just find out and their life turn upside down in the last year or two that they have diabetes. And they are wondering, my God, am I on an early collision course with death and chronic degenerative progressive diseases? Am I on a collision course with some amputation? What we can do is to help them to control their diabetes by utilizing this powerful product. It's a tea. You pour the content in a cup, pour hot water on it. The smell, if anybody in this room has ever had Conway fire tea, please put something in the room to indicate that you like the smell of this tea. And the taste is amazing. Please indicate that somebody who has never tried it before may be encouraged to try it. This is not Tetley tea or some local tea that Mr. Rastaman make up on the corner. This is good up, scientifically advanced, 100% natural tea. It increases thermogenesis and reduces fatty tissues. That's while you sleep, it helps to burn fat. Isn't this good news for you? Because some of you may have fat in some places that you rather for it not to be. It take its time and go on you, and it won't take its time to reverse. It's just there hanging like love angles. And in some places, you wish you could reshape your body and put some of that fat in some other places, then you'd look like Beyonce. But the fat thing don't work like that. So what you want to do is for this product to help you to remove some of those unwanted fat. This product protects against gastric oxidation. So as the food passes through the gastric system, a lot of free radical activity takes place. You want something with powerful antioxidants to disarm and diffuse and scavenge those free radicals and give you a good response. It supports metabolism, basically how your body utilizes food for energy and repair and maintenance. This product does its share in supporting metabolism and support proper metabolic function, that your liver is working well, your kidneys are working well, your skin is working, all the 12 organ systems working in synergy like a Formula One motor car pouring ready to go down the track at 200 miles per hour. If you are slowing up, if you are experiencing pain and discomfort, you can combine some of these products and get some sort of response so that you might be back on your feet again. And if you ever wondered if you will have to live in this sick body for the rest of your life, the good news is that your body can heal itself. What it needs are the diversity and variety of nutrients as are found in these 4 products so that your body can do what it does best, which is to heal itself. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Fantastic 4, Asaki, Belage, Inner 7, Chronifier. If you can find the money, this is not an expense, it's an investment. Get back to the person who invited you to the call and say, so it look like based upon how the product work, I might need to start with all 4 products, That's a good thing. Take the 90 days back to health Sankey Global Challenge. Get back a lot of what you have lost by taking these products and the nutrients as are found in these products and put your health back on track. Les Brown, the great Les Brown says, when it comes to your health, you can pay now or pay double later. My suggestion to you, it is not how well you feel now, it is how well you are going to be. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. 5 years from now, you have to make the investment from today to get the health you want 10, 15, 20 years from now. We do not have a better system in place than the Sankey system to reverse, recover, and restore, and works 100% of the time for 100% of the people. Have I said enough, Lady Marva? Do you want to make any announcement, please?
Actually, yes, actually I wanted to say something about what you were just saying in the end there, because you're talking about going to see the doctor and you have diabetes, and after a while you have high blood pressure. I had the gentleman who told me he went to the doctor, and the doctor said he's pre-diabetic, and he's writing a prescription for metformin and also for something for high blood pressure. He says, but I don't have high blood pressure. He says, no, but once you take the medication for diabetes, you're gonna have high blood pressure. So I'm just covering it now.
Wow.
The guy told the doctor, over my dead body. He says, I am not going to take anything for something I don't have, and he ordered all 4 products. And I'm not just saying that because I want everybody to do so. Maybe about a week and a half, 2 weeks. He told me, Mother, every day I get up and I check my blood sugar, because he get all the apparatus to check all these things. And he says, I don't even have a problem, just a little bit over. And the doctor is saying that, it's 7.5 and whatsoever. And I said to him, try changing your diet. You eat meat? I said, please try to drop the meat thing. And if you can't drop it altogether, try just, see if you can maybe just have it twice a week or once a week. And the guy said, that is no problem because I love vegetables. He says, I don't even know why I eat meat, maybe because that's where I grew up. And towards the end of, because he didn't even take the full 90 day right away. He did that, and, and he bought stuff afterwards and stuff. And he said, look, this thing has helped me. And it's not only because it actually do all the work, because you have to work with it, and he's telling me all this, and I'm smiling because I interview everybody before I suggest what they should be taken. And he says, look, I changed my diet. I start to incorporate more fresh fruits and vegetables, and that's doing the trick for me. He says, some mornings when I check my blood, I can't take anything. I don't take anything. I don't use the fire at night because my blood sugar is low enough. But what I explained to him is that these products, I I'm not a scientist, but I've seen it happen to me. it's an intelligent formula. It won't do what it doesn't need to do, you know. And so if I went out one day and I was so tired, and my friend was cleaning the interior of my car for me, and I just wanted to sleep. I went to buy McDonald's, got some hot water, and drank some Belage. My lord, I had to say, listen, don't bother finish. I had to go home, you know, because I started to fall asleep because I was tired. I thought the Belage would give me the energy, but if you're tired, it won't stress your heart by giving you energy. It's not like drinking coffee and you're just, you know, jumping on, you know, in the ceiling, up to the ceiling and stuff. It calms you down. You want to sleep? Okay, okay, my dear, go to sleep. It's not the current with fire, but you know this can do the trick too. We won't give you we won't supply your body with what it does not need at this time. And I was shocked. I really was shocked. I expected to get this energy jump on top of my van, you know, like I'm surfing or something. It didn't happen. So just know that these products are here for our health. For those of you who are not experiencing any issues, trust me, you won't. You won't if you keep up with the proper diet and you take these formulations. You know, they're athletes who are shaving off how many minutes of their marathons and such. People in the Olympics are taking this. Professional ball players, you know, soon, you know, King Clive, we should get some of those professional players to you know send a testimony if they can come on live, so they know people will know that we're not just fabricating these things. It works. It works on me, and so if it works on me, it definitely can work on you. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you for shining in, Lady Marvel. Thank everybody for making it to the call. We appreciate you coming on here. Continue to do your research on the microbiome and to see how much you can learn about the new biology of you so that you don't make the mistakes that your foreparents made and your uncles and aunts and moms and dads made that caused them to live a less quality life. If you know better, should you do better? I
Yes.
encourage you to understand your body more. Don't do it for somebody else, do it for yourself. Participate in your own rescue so that you don't have to go to the doctor and tell you to sit down because he have bad news for you. No, sir. In a bad news world, we have Sankey Global to give us the good news.
Amen.
So you make the necessary changes in your diet and your lifestyle and your supplements and in your mind. Do some exercise. Many of us don't like to exercise, but Dr. Joy will tell you you have to do some movement. 2 or 3 times a week, you have to do it. You have to sleep better. If Dr. Ruth and Dr. Nurse Donnelly Adderley was here, she would tell you about get your sleep, get your exercise, watch your diet, take care of your microbiome, and do all the things necessary to enjoy a better quality of life. I'm not going to burden you by starting the presentation again, but to let you know that I feel very
Oh, yes.
because people are calling me, Dr. Dennis. People calling
Yes.
me every day, you know.
Yes.
You are making mistakes.
Hmm.
And so since I get the chance to talk to several of us one time, I thank you for the chance to do it. Correct the mistakes.
Yes.
Yeah, man, that mistake will cause you early death and will cause
Oh
your
boy.
life. A lot of people, Dr. Dennis, look at it. A lot of people should be checking in on a cruise to go to somewhere in Europe to see Venice and to see Paris, to see London, to go to the Sydney Upper Hall, or to go see Andrea Bocelli sings at some places. But you know what I'm checking in on? They're checking
Hmm.
in for the next hospital surgery.
Yes. That
Too
is
much
true.
surgery.
On the waiting list.
Look at that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't even help
So
them right away.
we know from the grassroots have to create a groundswell and encourage ourselves to save ourselves, save
That's
our
right.
souls, SOS,
Mhm.
so we may live better quality lives. Do you want to chime in and say the last thing, Dr. Denise, please?
Yes, I just want to encourage each and every one of us so that we can, continue to being healthy for the future generation. And even the future generation is dying fast. I have seen a lot of things happening, in and around and in the Caribbean, most importantly. And, my heart is reaching out to our people, the kind of lifestyle, the kind of foods we are eating. And then, to hear the doctors tell us certain things and then believing that our system is really, we need these pharmaceutical drugs. Now, I'm not beating on our doctors. I mean, we have to use certain things, but when we do, we just use other things now to help the body reach its next level, because certain things we need to take certain things in order, pharmaceuticals, to help the body when it reaches such a degenerating state. And then use these supplements to keep the body healthier. It's sad. I'm seeing a lot of things happening. I can't even share right now, but tomorrow I'm going to be on tomorrow. I'm going to start my sessions on the DNA and how our system, in coinciding with Master Clive and microbiome and all of these things, how our system should be able to get back in order and how we can fine tune our system. And not to mention, before we close tonight, whoever is going to close us off in prayer, we have lost one of our very own, Anne-Marie. You know her every meeting. She's in the room there. You see her religiously on the calls. We lost her on Sunday, and I just pray that, her family and all her friends. I mean, I was shocked to hear. I didn't even know what to see. And a beautiful lady for all those who knew her. So let's remember her in prayer tonight, the family, and that they have some peace. Yeah.
Okay.
So good night. Yeah.
Marva, would you ask Sir Hubert to close in prayer if he's
Yes, I'm about to do that.
You're about to do
You're
that.
reading my mind now.
Yes, but my
Thank
friends,
you.
please let us take care of each other. And it is not a bad thing, that in between the calls, we call at least one person and check up on them and say, how you do?
Yes.
Even that one question sometimes might be able to help
Yes.
relieve some stress from somebody. You know what I mean? Send a kind word and encourage somebody. But let me ask Marva to bring on Sir Hubert.
Yes, and everybody else, I'm asking you guys to close your microphone. Because we're getting some feedback.
16.7 degrees north and 84.
Please close your microphone.
No, it's moving
I can close it for you.
further.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Hubert, who is Hubert. I always call him Hubert because in French that's how you say it, right? So it's Hubert. All right, thank you so much. We'd like you to close out in prayer and remember Sister Anne-Marie's family when you pray. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. And just before we close, I would just like, if I may be permitted so to do, King Clive.
Yes, sir.
To go back to where you began and you spoke of the proportion of human beings to the rest of life. And can you recall just for a moment how you did it, how you said it?
Oh, yeah, I think I said that we are 1 billionth of the life on the planet.
Yes.
Yet we are accommodated.
Yes.
We are not crushed. We are not pushed. We are accepted.
Yes.
And we are at the center. I might expand on this some more, but human beings are at the center of life and all objects on the planet. In terms of when you measure the largest in terms of the universe and the smallest in terms of microscopic organisms, humans are at the center. of that all.
Thank you,
So
sir.
it's very significant. Bless you, my brother.
Thank you so much. And don't we know the reason for that? The reason for that is because our Father God said he made us in his own image and after his likeness. So if we are in his image and after his likeness, we must be significant. And we need to continue the significant work that he wants us to do, like you are doing, King Clive, like Dr. Denise, like Lady Marva, our own Beverly, and the people of that sort. And we just want to say thanks. And so let us pray. Our Father and our God, we thank you for yet another Tuesday evening. We thank you for especially for tonight's presentation, done so well, so rounded, so complete. We thank you for the presenters who you have enabled to continue delivering in such wonderful fashion. We thank you for all who attended. We thank you most of all that you have led and directed and inspired the proceedings so that it has come to what is a successful end for today. And we ask you now to dismiss us in your grace. Send us forth clothed in your wisdom, strength, and love to share what we have learned with others who may not have been as privileged as us to share in this presentation, and to continue the sharing so that more and more of our brothers and sisters everywhere will come to know your truth, live your truth, so that peace and harmony will prevail throughout the world, and we'll learn to live and work as you want us to. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen and amen. Thank you so much, Mr. Gilbert. We appreciate that. And thank you, Lisa, for the slides. And I know we can always depend on you, Dr. Joy, last minute, requirements. Thanks, Dr. Ruth Ann, for coming in and open up. She wasn't able to stay, but
Yes.
this woman is amazing. Even though she couldn't stay, she made a point of coming to set up for YouTube and everything, let us on this platform. That's service we're receiving right there. And thank you so much, King Clive, soon to be Dr. Campbell. We appreciate you so much. More than words can say, we appreciate you because we know you don't just get up and speak, you study. So thank you. I see that we have somebody on, I don't know, is it East London Beauty Academy? Thank you so much. Showers of blessing. I don't want to start calling names, but I'm gonna call this one person name because this is the birthday girl, and we're gonna sing her out tonight. So good night, everybody. Sing some happy birthday to Shirley Spencer. Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night. And don't forget to tune into with Dr. Joy tomorrow night. What time is it, Dr. Joy?
9.
9 p.m.
9 hour
And-
time. 8 Jamaica.
Yes, and 8
Yep.
in Jamaica. And Jamaica's time and Canada, that is GTA. We're gonna be in the same time slot. I
Time
believe
zone.
Sunday. It's the 6th of November. We're
Mhm.
Eastern time. Jamaican, so we're Eastern time, regardless of what they call them Central. They're not the Eastern, and we're gonna be in the same time slot. Okay.
Okay.
So thank you all. Much love. Mwah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Come on, guys, sing it. Happy birthday to you. And may God bless you.
Lord bless you.
Amen. May the good Lord
Lord bless
bless you.
May
May the good Lord
Lord bless
bless you.
you.
Happy birthday,
birthday.
Shirley.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Happy birthday, my dear. God bless.
Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful
Yeah, have a
evening.
great week and
Have a great
evening.
day. Yes, happy birthday.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
I'm glad we'll talk tomorrow. Take care.